In today's adventure, I want to talk about 5 things I do not like about my Africa Twin. I know that's crazy coming out of my mouth, guys. You all know I'm an Africa Twin fanboy. I absolutely love this bike. Heck, look at my t-shirt. I absolutely love everything about this bike, but it is not perfect. There are a few flaws, a few nitpicky things, and that's exactly what I'm going to let you know today. Hold on a second. I got to show you guys this. So, you remember my recent Rebel video? I sold it. Let me show you what I got. Another one. 5 things I don't like about the Africa Twin. This is honestly going to be a hard video. Like I stated, I love this bike. You all know I don't script, so I'm just kind of going off a whim of quirks and everything that I truly notice as an owner of the Africa Twin. Things that bother me. By the way, I hope my audio is a little better. I thought I could press that win button on a GoPro, but when I plug in my external mic, it takes that option away. So I don't know. We're gonna have to see how it performs. But I think we got some dirt up here, so we'll jump on some dirt trails as well and have a little fun during this conversation. Loose gravel everywhere. Hope it's not too loose. Not bad. So, anyways, let's get into the 5 things that are quirky about the Africa Twin. That might be a better way to put it for me, right? Because again, I love the bike. Number 1, and I don't think there's any other spot we can start than number 1 here, and that is the price of this bike. Whew, it's expensive. Ain't no way around it, right? You can get the base model, I think is around $15,000. This version here, the Adventure Sport, the Mac Daddy, is upwards around 17, 18. I got DCT, so you talk tax tag title out the door from these goofy rip-off scam artists of dealers, you're going to be upwards around 20 and some change. I've had dealers tell me they wanted 24 for this bike when I was shopping it. 24 out the door after fees and tax. I said, get lost, get out of here. I finally was able to find a good dealer that gave me a fair price plus the 5-year warranty on top of it, so I was happy with that. But anyways, the price of this bike is, it is very heavy. Luckily, it got the Transalp coming out. That might be able to fill that gap. As I showed you back there, I got my 300L. And speaking of that, the Transalp, a lot of us will be like, all right, we'll be able to get there. Because again, not everyone's going to spend $15,000 or $20,000 on a motorcycle. You know, I mean, you could buy a car for that much, just about. A brand new car. And maybe a Kia or a Hyundai, but you know, you can still buy one. You know, or a pretty darn good used one. So, again, when we look at the Transalp, you can kind of think, okay, that might be able to fill that gap. And a lot of people say the baby Africa Twin. I disagree with that. I don't think the Transalp's baby Africa Twin. I'd like to call the Transalp the more off-road CB500X. That's the way I would word it. Take the CB500X, mash it up with the 300L, you get the Transalp. I don't think Africa Twin really deserves to be in with the Transalp conversation. It's almost like, come on guys, take it easy. The Africa Twin's got a lot more going for her than that, you know what I mean? So that's an option right there, you know what I mean? So you really got to debate what you want to do with the bike, and that's going to justify the price, because there's no denying it. That is the worst thing about this bike, is the price. It is hefty. All right, let's go ahead and jump into number 2, as I was trying to find us some dirt roads before we got into option number 2, so we could actually have a little bit of different scenery than pavement, right? A little more excitement there. But this is a perfect spot for number 2 to fit into. The stinking Apple CarPlay on the Africa Twin, it's horrible. Wait a second. I thought I was supposed to run into like, hold on, let me get my bearings right here, guys. Okay, so we got like dirt bike trail over there. Over there, I'm not sure. Up here, I think that goes to a dead end. You guys want to go straight? I think that might be a little tough for the Africa Twin, but let me go on and throw this in off-road mode. I got it when I ride now. I put it in sport 2. I'm gonna put it in drive and off-road. Let me raise this visor. We'll go check it out. Let's hope for the best. I mean, you can see the ground's wet. Been a little raining, but hey, let's see what we got. I think this honestly comes to a dead end. So, anyways, number 2. Oh yeah, there we go. What do we got? Hold on, let me focus here for a second, guys. Little stumps of Rooney, some wet, muddy sand. Okay, we go a little bit further. Should we go down there? Ooh, you know it, when it gets tight with the Africa Twin, it's a tough son of a gun to turn around. Let's see what we got though. So anyways, what I was talking about, number 2, this stinking Apple CarPlay deal on it is horrible. It's just laid out and planted bad. It's just, I'm talking planted, I'm trying to like focus. Oh, you see I'm talking about my riding here, planted. No, I'm not talking about the Apple CarPlay. I'm talking about my stinking riding right now. My traction control is cranked up. Hold on, let me crank that down some. I'm sliding back there. What are we on? Let's go and set it to 2. That'd be good. But the Apple CarPlay is very finicky. It's like you need a MiFi cable, an actual Apple cable to get it to work. If not, it can get real weird on you. Oh, yeah, there goes my tail end. That was fun. Swinked my whole tail end around. But anyways, if you don't have a MiFi dedicated cable, it won't sync up sometimes. On top of that, you need your stinking headset paired up with it. You know, it's an absolute headache to get it working really smooth and just simple. It's not user-friendly. That's the best way to put it, right? It's not user-friendly at all. I'd rather use it more, but honestly, I just about never use it, guys. Why don't I use it? Because it's just, again, it's not, oh, yo, I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle that up there. Yo, this is a mess back here. What do we got up here? That's a whole bunch of sand. What if we go around? I'd like to see what's up here. All right, here, we'll be back to this conversation in a second. Let me try to just maneuver around this. I'll go through these trees instead of into that mud. Yeah, buddy, there we go. That tail end is swinging all around here today. Yeah, I wish it was easier. I wish it was like a car. Tree down. I wish it was like a car where you just plugged in your phone, bam, and you're good to go. You know what I mean? But it's not that easy. It's absolute pain in the butt. And I pretty much never use it. You also can't have your display up. It's one or the other. You know? I'm gonna have to bring the 300L out here. This looks pretty fun. Kind of wet, kind of sloshy, kind of sliding all over. You know, heck, if I can do it in the Twin, it'll be something else on the 300L. What do we got here? I don't want to sink into mud. Trust me, that's happened to me before on this bike. Oh, that was muddy. I felt that. How deep do we go? I don't know how deep back we go here, because... what is that? Let me turn the bike around here. Guys, do you guys see that down there? Yeah, that's like some straight up voodoo shit. What is that thing down there on that sign, guys? What is this? What is that? I don't think I want to go all the way down there. Is it like a target? Maybe people are shooting? Let's go see this real quick. We got the bike up there. Yeah, there's the bike. Let me see. I think it's like a target, like some people just come out here randomly and shoot or something. Let's see. Is that what that is? It's like a bike helmet. Yeah, straight up weird. I think we covered number 2, right? I'm just having too much fun riding off-road, forgetting our topic. Sorry about that. Let me think of number 3 while I'm riding here. You know what? I know what number 3 is. And it's just easy, perfectly, while we're riding, and I'm huffing and puffing here, the weight of the Africa Twin. Whoo, buddy, it's almost as bad as the price. It is just as heavy as the price. You feel it as bad as the price. The weight of the Africa Twin is a lot to handle. You get used to it. Like now, I'm pretty used to it, but you see even here off-road, I'm willing to go a lot of places, but oh, here's this thing again. Where'd I go? I went left, right? Yeah, you can see my tire marks right there. Okay. Okay, stay with me. Yes. Sand, deep sand. The weight of the Africa Twin, right there, as we get a taste of it ourselves. As tire starts sliding back into that little wet divot. It's a handful to hold, guys. Ain't no joke. If you're not able to manage that or want to, that can be the biggest, and I mean the biggest deterrent for you to get an Africa Twin, would be the weight. You know, I might even say more than the price. I don't know, we're not made of money, right? I mean, the price, whew, that was at number one for a reason. I'd love to just barrel through this, but you know how that would end up going, right? Ah, there we go. The weight, this bike is no joke heavy. You guys have seen my video before, worst day ever on a motorcycle. Dropped the Africa Twin, it was horrible. Now I always bring waters with me, so I'm prepared. But when you drop this, mamma mia, it is an absolute workout to pick it up. It's not fun at all, right? You buy an adventure bike because you understand you're gonna drop it, right? There's no denying that. So that's not the point of, oh hey, I'm gonna scratch up a $15,000 or $20,000 motorcycle. It's that weight. It's that it's heavy. Ah, there we go. Too bad that trail didn't keep going. I wonder where that would have really came out to. That might have been pretty cool. But again, it got a little weird down there with the bicycle helmet target practice. So maybe a wise choice to turn around. So now, number 4 dislike about the Africa Twin. Nitpick about the Africa Twin, right? I don't know how to word it, right? Because I feel like I'm being a little too harsh on her, right? I love her, I really do. But number 4, I think this one's minor, very minor, and personal preference, right? That is the stock windshield setup. If you go watch any of my other videos, or watch or go see some stock photos of the Africa Twin, the stock windshield is it's puny, very minimal, right? And you feel the wind come and kind of hit you, not so much in the chest, but right in the shoulders, right? The window up here is dinky. It's maybe like to here, you know, it's very minimal. It's almost, why? You know what I mean? It does the job, okay? It really does the job. But there's so many better options out there. I've tried quite a few different variations, and this setup I have right now is just game changing. This is the new Give windshield they came out with. I cut about 2.5, 3 inches off or so on it. I also have the Puig wind blockers. I've tried the Honda ones, and they are not as good. They just don't block as much. They look better, but they don't block as much wind. So I wish Honda would have done something. I know they're trying to go for that sporty look and everything with the stock, but I wish they would have put something a little bit bigger on there to kind of block some of that wind. Now down here by your legs, the tank and everything, I mean, you're perfect. Now you get a lot of wind on your ankles and stuff, but I mean, you're on a motorcycle, what do you expect, you know? But I wish they would have done something up there. Like, this is in the lowest position for me, so if I go on the highway, bam, I pop it up, you know, I'm coasting. If it's raining, pop it up, I'm not getting too wet, you know? So again, I can't recommend the windshield and these little wind blockers over here. It's a little more expensive than it should be. You're probably talking around maybe $300 for both of them, so it's pretty hefty. But it's one of those mods that you're gonna notice, right? It's not like this cute mod or I'm doing it for the looks. It looks pretty good, I think, but you're really gonna notice the improvement. It is so beneficial. You got an Africa Twin. Oh sweet, where's this going? Yo, I have no idea. Yo, we going straight into, let me get in off-road mode. Yo, it's muddy out here and I did not wear my boots. You know, this is mild. This is like basic fire road, regular Jeep, you know. I love riding stuff like this, and I'd ride this stuff for days. I love it. A little wet, so it's not really dancing around like wet or loose gravel. Yeah, I like this. I don't know where we're going now. I have no idea, and that's honestly the adventures I like. I'll set navigation to get home. I don't need it to ride. You know what I mean? Yo, I gotta take the 300L out here. I'm just seeing all these cutoffs. Woo, yes, that's looking nice. Number 5. And if we got another one, I'll chime in on it. But I think I can't get this one off my mind. Number 5, I gotta put stock tires on the Africa Twin are not that good. They're just really, they're not bad, okay? They're not bad tires. Yo, we got turnoffs and everything? All right. Don't know where I am, but I'm liking it. So the stock tires on the Africa Twin are more road oriented, you know? You got this big burly off-road bike, that you want to do stuff like what we're doing right here. This might be the majority of what a lot of us see right here, you know? Maybe a little cutoff like we did back there, a little something like that here and there, but the majority of it is like this. And the stock tires, they can do it, but they're not great, you know? I think they could be a little beefier, a little more aggressive, a little more grip in there, you know? I feel like they're like, again, a little more road. 30, 70, something like that, you know? It's just, where do I go, 70, 30? Whichever way you gotta word it. Anyways, more road, less off-road, you know? They're good tires, but not for why we buy an Africa Twin. Oh, yes. Turn-offs to dirt roads everywhere. It's like dual sport heaven, right? So much to explore, unknown, no navigation. I love it. Gravel's getting a little bit looser. And again, that's where that weight comes into, where we talked about whatever that was, number 3 or whatever. You feel that weight kind of shifting a wee bit more. Oh, go-kart, there we go. Get it, buddy. There we go. Did you all see him? Yo, look at his tracks. Boy, he's cutting it up here. Whew. Okay. All right, where are we? Let me set this back to road. On road. It looks like it's kind of wet. Yo, we got more. Okay, hold up. I don't know what's that way. Let me put this back to off-road. You know what? I think we're just going to go that way. Don't know what's over there. Honestly, don't know what's over here either. But we're going to find out. And that's, you know, we're supposed to be talking about the bad things about the Africa Twin, but all I want to talk about is the good things about the Africa Twin, because it's so easy, because the bike is the best bike you can get. Call me a fanboy, call me this, that, or the other, whatever. I paid for this bike with my own money. It's not a review bike, it's not a demo bike. I love this bike, hence the reason I spent all of that money on it, you know, and I love it. And that's the best thing about the Africa Twin. You can tour on it, you can hit roads, you see a little dirt road, you can hit it as well. It is the do-it-all motorcycle. It really is, and I absolutely love it. All right, so I am back home. I actually rode those trails that we were on there for, golly, probably at least another hour, not knowing any idea where the heck I was going. One of them came to dead end, then kind of swerved around. It was really fun because we were like slightly wet, slightly muddy. Went through it, got my pants all wet. I mean, let's take a look at the Twin. This is how a Twin should look. I mean, that's honestly kind of clean for a Twin right there, right? Bring it around here. We got it caked up a little bit. Oh yeah, looking good. That is looking like an Africa Twin right there. That's how it should look. A little bit dirtier would probably be better, right? But what I want to hear from you all down in the comments is, what do you think about the Africa Twin, right? Some of you may not ride it. You may ride a dual sport. I think most of you here are ADV riders or whatever, but what are your honest thoughts of the Africa Twin? What are some of your pros? What are some of your cons? If you're thinking about shopping for an Africa Twin, what are some of the turnoffs? What is kind of shying you away from the Africa Twin? And then again, what is drawing you towards the Africa Twin? Again, I say it over and over, and I'll probably say it in every other video I make on this channel, that I absolutely love this bike. So anyways, thank you so much for coming along for this adventure, this conversation right here. I hope to spark the conversation right down in the comments right there and talk about this. But again, thanks for coming along for this adventure. Don't forget to subscribe, like. If you like the video, don't just like it. You know, people say like the video on YouTube. It's like, only like the video if you liked it. You know what I mean? Thumbs down it if you don't like it. Actually, don't thumbs down it. You know, whatever. Just like the video. And I hope I catch you in the next adventure. Bye now.